how to talk to a guy. Yeah, I'm rubbing my hands together. I'm eating my hot chip. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Guys and gals, every one of my pals, we're gonna talk about how to talk to a guy. I think. Well, the better question is, are you talking about like how to talk to a guy in general, or are we talking like how do I talk to a guy to like, get his interest? You know what I'm saying? Or like are we talking like you want this guy, or are we talking just like how do I get closer to this guy, or like how do I be friends with this to show interest? How to talk to a guy and not make him think I'm nice because I like him? Wait, so what do you want then? Pick one. What did that one mean? And not make him think I'm nice because I like him. Do you mean like... What do you mean you don't want him to be nice? Who said for marriage? Okay. Yeah, pick a struggle, girl. I think... And this is wholeheartedly coming from, you need to remember, I'm just a guy. So this is maybe a little skewed in this department. I cannot tell you with like 100% accuracy whether or not this is real fact for most guys. All I can tell you is from my experience and what I've seen in the past. All right. Disclaimer. Not guaranteed, by the way. Someone mentioned it already. Someone mentioned just being interested in the things that they like. And that is such an easy fucking thing to do. I'm not going to lie. Now, starting off, if you just want to be friends, you just be super, super genuine. You got to be yourself. You cannot strategize this shit because it's stupid as fuck. Girl, if you want to really get to know someone, if you really want to get to know that guy, you need to let that guy ramble. You need to let this guy pop the fuck off about like the dumbest shit that he's thinking of. For me personally, if a girl were to crawl in my DMs and be like, "Oh my god, King," not even King, but like it's like, "Oh my god," like if we start talking about like some really dumb shit, this is the equivalent of like someone coming into my DMs and being like, "Check out this monkey video," and I'm like, "Yeah, monkey." Literally, that's it. It's so fucking easy. That is the in. That is the in. Okay? Send the monkey video. If you think that he'd like the monkey video, you send the monkey video. Okay? If you think, and okay, I will say this. If he's a guy who's in a Valo, if he's a guy who's in Apex, if he's in a crypto, I want you to rethink some things. Anyway, but it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, for example, if he's really, really into like music stuff, if he's really into like making music and shit like that, you know, you kind of talk to him a little bit. Talk to him a little bit, like, you know, like what's your favorite genre? Like, you know, what type of music do you make? What goes into like making music? Really like lead the conversation with him into things that you can probably get a feel for like what you think he would be very passionate about, right? For example, he can be someone who's like a very avid listener, right? But he might not be super into like actually making music. So you talk to him about like specific music that he's into, and then like the types of albums that he's into, and like, you know, like if he's interested in like, you know, like what, like if he's some people, for example, are also super into like, oh my god, like vinyl, or like, you know, does he collect CDs? Does he collect like physical media? Basically stuff like that. Let him talk about it. And if he's into making music, then you talk about like, you know, are there specific like chord progressions? Like, how do you like to like, you know, what type of things do you like to do? What type of instrumentation do you like using? You know, your percussive sounds, like what do you like doing? You know what I mean? But if he's super dry with his responses, that's the thing. You need to find the ways to get him to pipe up. Okay? You need to find what gets this man going. Girls, that's all I'm saying. Straight up, it's, oh my god, ask him if he likes VTubers. I don't know about that one. So basically just listen and know the basics of their interest. Yes. Because you need to realize, and I think this goes for both sides. Goes for everyone, by the way. It is it is quite literally, if you just have a very minimal understanding of whatever the fuck that they like, and for example, you don't necessarily super know, but you show interest in the things that he knows, you know what I mean? Then he'll want to talk about it. He'll want to talk about the things that he's super into. He'll be like, I'm willing to teach you these types of things. Advice be normal? Yeah, pretty much. Now the question is, how do you get it to where you get him a little interested in you? The way that this works is a lot of the times is that you want to start associating, not associating yourself with like the things that he likes to do necessarily, but like it kind of is similarly. You need to like kind of insert yourself in a way that's like, for example, let's say he's cooking. He's cooking some music shit. Just be like, hey, do you mind if I like sit in on like a session if you're cool with that? Or, maybe even like, oh, I know you like a lot of like analog equipment. Do you want to say, for example, like go to like a music store? Like, you may not know a lot, you know what I mean? But you're willing to put in the time and effort to learn these types of things. You know what I'm saying? You're willing to put in the time to spend time with him. It's a nice gesture. Trust me when I say, there is nothing that feels better than meeting someone who is genuinely interested in the things that you like doing, and it is something that is very quintessential to your identity. You know what I mean? So you mean we should make the first move? I think you should make the first move. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a girlie's taking the first move, because wholeheartedly, I think if you want something, you go out and get it. This is the same thing that applies to the boys too. Hey, listen, if you really want to get, like, if you really want to, I don't know if this works for girls too, to be completely honest, but I think you should. Listen, you gotta work around what you got. You gotta work around the information you got. Information game, by the way. Oh my God, Camellia, what the fuck? But the first move is so scary. Everything is fucking scary. Everything is always going to be scary. It doesn't change the fact that you just have to do it. And then once you do it, you cross that hurdle, and then suddenly it's not scary anymore. Right? It's the same thing for me. What the fuck? You think I'm confident when I'm in Niji-sanji? You think I know what I'm doing? I've literally just been yelling at you to fucking I just yell at you guys and say dumb shit and have a girl talk, and then honestly, it works. Doesn't change the fact that I'm still terrified to talk in front of this many people like 90% of the time. What can I say? I tackled my husband when I met him. It worked. See? It's it's easy. Do you think people saying girls making the first move has a 99 success rate is true? Okay. I will say this much. I think it does. I think it has such a high win rate because the thing being is because guys also don't know how to take the fucking hint unless you literally put these things in front of him. You know what I mean? You literally need to spell these things out for guys. And if you do not, they're not going to read between the lines. This is literally the one thing that the girlies have been missing all this time. And I will repeat it time and time and again. If you feel a certain way and you want to make it official, then you say it. Okay? You don't go the whole 9 yards and being like, I gotta fucking calculate this shit. I need to make sure that he understands what I'm feeling. I really got to take him on these like 6 dates, and then after those 6 dates, we're gonna have like a secret little picnic on like a hill under the night sky, and then I'm gonna tell him. And it's like, no, you don't need to go that hard. You quite literally just have to fucking say it. If you've built up that relationship to that point where you think like he's pretty comfortable with you, and you think that it would work out, then you fucking do it. You just fucking go. True, but Claude, I'm an overthinker. I think everyone's an overthinker, but that doesn't change the fact that you just do it. Okay, I think everyone is scared. Do you think it's easy for me to be in Niji-sanji and just talk for fucking hours on end? No, I'm equally just as scared as you are, but that doesn't change the fact that I still do my job. That's not girl math anymore. That's girl calculus. We are in advanced girl math. And the advanced girl math method is to just do it. Whoa. God, shocking. Someone is getting married from this stream. Hey, whoever gets married off this stream, hey, for my bros, propose to her right now. For my girlies, go ask him out right now. This is fucking crazy. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I'm just losing my mind. It's so stupid. Yeah, listen. Hey, if you'll get the wedding invitation, fucking awesome. Yeah, put that shit in my tag, dude. I better see the wedding photo.